You know what? I'm going to just bring it in. What? I'm rolling with it.
Oh,
welcome back to Five's a Crowd. On that note,
right.
I'm bringing us in. Get saddled up, boys. We're in for a ride today. On the back of a bull.
8 seconds. I'm done.
8 seconds. It's pretty accurate some days. All
I'm
right.
off at 5.
Well, welcome back. I'll be your host today. My name is Austin. I'm surrounded by my 4 sexy friends.
Wow.
Cam, Chris, Tony, and Zach.
Only when I'm hydrated.
And this is going to be a part 2 of Ask Men. I'm going to make sure to pronounce that K.
Ask Men.
We did this, an episode similar to this just a few weeks ago. We had a lot of fun with it. This is definitely going to be an explicit topic. So if little kids' ears are around, please make sure you either put in headphones or save this for a later time. We don't need them hearing what we're going to talk about. Or if you're at work, definitely wait till you're home. So
Earphone or earbuds.
yeah, earbuds. So there we go. But yeah, the forum's open. Any questions at all about questions that we've been wanting to get asked or you wanted
questions
answered?
that you have for men.
Cam, why does this bug you?
It bugs everybody, Zach.
Yeah, I don't think it's just a Cameron thing.
I'm just the first one to have the balls to react and tell you to stop it.
We're not 2, Zach.
I am.
All right, what's our first question, gentlemen?
I got a good one. I found this on Reddit. r/askmen. Ask men. It's real easy to get that K lost in there. As a straight man, as we all are, how do you feel when a gay guy compliments you in a non-sexual way?
I love it.
I think
Love
that's
it.
a major compliment.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
Most gay guys out there, I feel like, are very fashionable, very fit, things like that. So if I get a compliment from somebody like that, I feel like I'm doing something right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's true.
So one of our girls, their old doctor, after they were born and stuff like that, he was gay. And we went in one time for some checkups and stuff like that. And he kind of looked at me and he goes, "You're looking good. Like, you've lost some weight." Like, and I was just like,
He's a doctor, Zach.
I know, right? And I'm like,
Move up in the world, boy.
goodness. And Kara, after he walked out of the room, she goes, "Does that make you awkward or anything?" I said, "No. That is like one of the top compliments a guy can get." And I'm like, that makes me feel 10 times better about myself.
I feel like it's the equivalent of women getting like compliments from other women. You know what I mean? Like they always talk about how sometimes, we don't get ready for the men, we get ready for, our friends. And they're like, "Oh girl, you look so good tonight." Like they're all excited, but we're like, "Hey, you look hot." And they're like, "Uh-huh." You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll
Like,
say
they don't
that just to
care
get
as
in my
much.
pants.
I feel like the difference with women, though, is it doesn't have to be a homosexual woman. It can just be any woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where a guy, if any other straight guy were to compliment me, I'd be, "Okay, thanks." Like, but coming from a gay guy, it's kind of like, "Oh, all right."
Like it feels real.
They look
You're
at you
like,
different,
this is
too.
a real.
So it's like,
Yeah. Well, because when we compliment each other, you have no idea. It could easily just be us being sarcastic douchebags to each
Yeah.
other.
we do
Well,
that.
that's
9
just
times out of
us.
10.
That looks great there, bud.
Are you talking about me?
See, I'm not. I'm not.
He's only looking at the. I
just
guess he's
saying.
wearing a hat too.
You're just
Dick.
across from me. See what happens? But yeah, gay guy gives us a compliment, and you're like, "This is a real, actual, sincere compliment." And
This just became my favorite shirt.
right? We don't get those enough. I'm gonna say it. We don't get them enough.
It's true.
Women don't compliment us, so maybe
Yeah, it's true.
maybe that's why. It's like it's just when we get a compliment. It doesn't even matter from who. Like, hell yeah.
You know
thanks.
what one of my favorite compliments is? Is you smell good.
Yeah,
I know it kind of comes
Likewise.
off creepy,
Same.
but really, like my
no, I like
hygiene is one of my biggest insecurities. I always want to make sure I smell good. So if I get the compliment that I smell good, that yeah.
Let me ask you this then, if that on that topic. So let's say you random guy, you're sitting, next to him looking for a drink or something in the grocery store. You kind of waft his smell and you're like,
His
"Wow."
scent.
His scent. And you're like, "Oh, that smells good. I wonder what kind of cologne he's wearing." do you ask the guy?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I have wanted to so many times, but I'm like, I don't want to be that awkward guy. Hey man, what kind of cologne you wearing?
That's why
You know,
this
I'm
is the thing.
smelling you.
It's only awkward.
If
know.
you're
If
ever
you make it
afraid
awkward.
to be awkward, you have to be overly awkward to where it's funny.
True.
So in that moment, you want to know, but you're scared to be awkward. You just be like, bro, you smell nice. What is that?
Life lessons
Like
with
you,
Cam.
you take it to the extreme, and then everyone's laughing together.
I'm gonna try it.
Just go up to the guy and go,
Just try it.
you smell delicious.
What is that? Is that Old Spice? Smells like Kraken.
That is a good. That's a good.
That's
smell.
a good one. You're a bear glove.
That's what I do. I just over dramatize it. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that country pine? Nice.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I went to there was one night where we were supposed to go to a dance hall down in Salt Lake. We get there, it's dead as doornails. But we're already dressed for the theme that was supposed to be there. It was supposed to be like an 80s night.
Nice.
So we're wearing like 80s, bright colored clothes, whatever. We get there, it's dead. We're like, you know what? Let's not go here, which is kind of a bummer because we're already dressed for it. We end up going to a bar in Salt Lake or another club, I should say. And I've never been there, but we show up and it's a gay club. I had no idea. Had no clue.
Nice.
But I went in there and dude, we had the most fun I've ever had in my life at a club. It was so awesome. And the best part, I got bought so many drinks. I didn't have to buy a single drink.
There you
Makes
have
a
it.
guy feel good about
And I
himself.
felt great in more ways than one.
The guy's always got to be the one to do the work, so it's nice to be on the receiving end.
Heck yeah.
It does, to kind of.
Watch your words on that.
Strategically placed.
It just makes a lot of sense now why women wait for the guy to make the move because of how good it feels.
Yeah.
So no wonder. It's like a drug.
Drug me up. Not that way. Not that way.
I got one that's it's just a little lighter, kind of just a fun one. Why do men always have to have the remote?
To be in control, obviously.
I'll be honest, my wife does not turn it up enough. I'm like, this is quiet. I want to feel the sound.
That's Kara. Also, the other thing is the shows she watches.
Yep. Again, to be
I
in
can't
I
control.
mean,
do it. Some of
they're not horrible, but at the same time, I can only watch so much HGTV.
I get that.
That's
I get
better.
Yeah.
My wife's into all the
TLC.
Even worse.
Yeah.
She's
MTV.
into all the what's it reality TV
She's
shows.
into like
Yeah,
Real
yeah.
Housewives and like
no,
teen
like-
moms
Yes.
and like all the
And
garbage.
And I'm just like, I have a life to live of my own. Why do I want to sit and watch somebody else's life that they dramatize?
it's not just someone else's
Careful,
life.
Austin
It's someone
Meese is
else's
living that way.
No. Completely different. I don't want to watch someone else's dramatic garbage
Oh
life.
yeah, it's true.
That's what it is. It's just like all the crap that you don't.
Yeah.
Your guys' stuff's entertaining, at least. That stuff is just.
We
Well,
didn't
I guess
make-
people get attracted to that drama. I think
Poor
is what
life
it is.
decisions.
I don't know.
For me, I've like going back on Cam. It's the control. As far as like when I want to pause the movie, I want to be able to say, okay, I'm going to pause it instead of like, where's the remote? Hurry and pause it. Or volume. We watch movies at night after the kids have gone to bed, and depending on the movie, it's like the action scenes are real loud, and then the dialogue scenes get quiet, and you got to be on top of it with that volume.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Jenny kind of drops the ball on that one.
I think another thing is, and this could be a totally like bigger underlying topic, but people always talk about how men have to be in control, where they want control of everything. Honestly, I think a lot of times it's just assumed that we be in control. It's not necessarily that I want to control it. It's just that I know everyone else is assuming that I'll just do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if you
Do you
want
know
the
what I mean?
reins, take them.
Yeah. I'm
But
like,
if
I
no
don't
one
need
else
to
is going to do it,
this.
I'll do it, I guess.
Exactly. It's like no one else is just gonna take the reins and make it happen. So I have to assume them. I don't want them.
See,
I feel you
gotcha.
on that.
the one thing that bugs Kara about the whole thing though is if I lose the remote, I immediately look at her and go, "Where's the remote?" I don't have it. Get up.
You lose all trust in everybody.
Get up right now. And she's like, really? Are you kidding me?
And
Turn
it's
around.
always underneath there.
Well, no, the funny thing is it ends up being over on my side of the bed somewhere. Or, like it's nowhere near. I'm immediately like, get up.
I hate that awkward moment when I've done that too. Or like, I'll like misplace my phone. I'm like, who touched my phone? Why is it gone? And I'll stand up and it's in the crack and I'm like, gosh dang it, I'm an idiot.
It's in what crack?
Especially when you make a big deal out of it.
Have you ever had your phone to your ear talking to somebody and it's like, I can't find my phone? Have you ever done that?
I think I have before.
I haven't necessarily done that, but there's been times I'm on the phone with somebody or I'm on hold and I want to play on my phone while waiting, and I'm like, where's my phone? And it's kind of that like, oh yeah.
It takes me a solid month to regain Lisa's confidence after I do something like that.
Okay. Pivoting on that. Do you like a woman who takes charge in bed or lets you take the reins?
I like it mixed up.
Mix it up.
There's the occasion I like to take control, but most of the time I like to be controlled.
dominated.
I want to be pampered.
It kind of goes back on the whole control thing. I feel like there's too many times I feel like I'm in control. So when it comes to that, it's like, have at it.
Hey, I like to be surprised.
Yeah. It kind of goes back.
We just do a tag team thing.
All right, your turn.
Your charge.
Pass the
Tag me
potato.
in. Tag me in. I got an idea.
All right, turn around. Honey, I'm not going to turn around.
Ooh, slow down.
That's
Power bomb.
Lisa, I don't want to.
No, I think we talked about this in another podcast. I think something about birthdays, I feel. But yeah, like I love it when like
I think it
my
was on
wife,
the other Ask Men one.
probably. I love it when my wife just makes decisions. Like if I don't have to be like participate, I love it. Like literally the smallest thing, what we're having for dinner. Don't ask me once in a while. Just make something. And I'll just be happy like that I didn't have to be involved in the thinking of what we were going to eat.
It's true.
It's the best. It really is. For Father's Day, Jess is like, what do you want to do? I'm like, oh,
I want you to figure that out and tell me.
I don't want to have to plan anything.
Yes, I don't want to be a part. I just want to participate.
I've got a good one. So what does it do? So what is, and they're talking about your member doing in the water when you're in a pool. Does it float? Question mark.
No, he hides in his shell.
Yeah, that's
Mine-
true. Retracts.
He
It
turtles.
retreats.
He turtles.
Depends on the temperature.
Mine's kind of like just doing his thing.
And what else is happening in the pool?
You ever seen like a sea anemone? It just kind of. Yeah, that's what it does. It just kind of like, it just is.
Why is it?
Be one with
Well,
the water.
actually, well, think about it though. Typically, when you're in the water, your shorts are like sucked up to you.
Oh, yeah.
There's no room to move around.
That's
when you
just-
get out of the
not
water.
in the water.
Yeah.
Out of the water, they do
I thought
that.
they said what's happening in the water.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the water. Your shorts aren't sucked into you in the water. They're kind of.
Mine are pretty tight.
I always.
Do your shorts shrink in the water?
I mean, you're moving around. It pushes against. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't just open all the time.
His skin absorbs the water and puffs out.
I guess
no,
you fart, you put a little air bubble in there, kind of trap it. You ever do that?
I mean, I've done it just getting into the pool and you let it kind of.
I always
I
get
don't think I've ever
self-conscious.
paid attention.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just get self-conscious getting out of the pool
Oh, yeah.
because it's like I don't need my junk showing off to everybody. So it's like I always do the bend over thing, kind of grab the shorts and adjust. And,
It like shrink wraps it to show
Uh-huh.
everything. Yeah.
yeah.
I get out and
Is that a vein?
I get out and Dwayne Rock's song plays in my head. What can I say except you're welcome?
Nice.
Ah, jeez.
All right. Okay. Pivoting off that.
Oh boy.
Lots of pivots.
If you
Pivot.
guys, if you could see guys' packages sizes like you see women's breasts, do you think the world would be different? Like if you could see the bulge size,
You can in a lot of cases.
but you know what I mean, like way
Yeah.
more prominent.
like constantly. Like
Yes.
every man
Yeah.
wore tight pants.
yes,
Well, then
exactly.
I would want some kind of push-up thong thing not thong, but just
Why a thong, Tony?
Push up, more like a push out.
that's just the word that came out. I don't want a thong.
You want a hammock? You want a hammock?
Yes,
Banana hammock.
but like a push-up one. I mean, you got women out there where it's like they look very plump,
They actually kind of
and then
do now.
A padded G-string.
what for men?
Yes.
like I kind of.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
God, I can't remember the name.
He's wearing them right now.
No, so I did a little joke for Kara. It's from Shinesty. They have underwear that's like themed underwear. So for Valentine's Day, I got underwear with lollipops on it. And then right over the junk is just a big lollipop. And it's just a picture. And I bought that. But what it does is
Does your
it has
hand? Does your? Your hand. Does your thing become the stick?
No.
Is like the pop?
No, it's
Go
just
through
a
the
it's just a
center?
pictured one or whatever. But it has a little thing in there, a little pouch that holds your sack.
That sounds fantastic.
It does
And
sound nice.
it actually does push everything up. Like I looked down and I was like, whoa, wow.
I
I'm
see
impressed.
Not even for the push-up ability, but just the separation from the rest of my body heat.
Yes.
That's true.
I actually got 2 pairs because I was like, man, these will actually be nice for like workout and stuff like that. And I put some on the other day to go mow the lawn, and I was like, this feels so good. Like I don't have the adjustment or they're sucking to each other because of the sweat and all that stuff. Like it felt great.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, the world would probably be a little
back
different.
on the question, I would say yeah, because I feel like I don't know. Maybe this is just me, but I feel like deep down, men could end up being just as insecure. Because like I feel like women
yeah.
are
Of course.
insecure about their breasts because they can see other women's breasts. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, definitely.
No, I think anything that is noticeable by society, I think that people will have complexes about.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
I mean, you watch Donkey Kong come through the door, freaking just slanging, right?
But
It's
will
like
it
a
be,
foot-long bad boy just strapped to a guy's
will
leg.
it be like men with nice beards? Will we be walking around? Freaking Donkey Kong comes in. We're just like, bro, not well done.
That's what I'm
Good job,
saying.
man. You know what I mean? Like,
You got a
I feel
salami
like,
in there.
I feel like women don't typically go like, "Hey, your breasts are fantastic. Well done." Like, but dudes, I think we would be like, "Nice, dude. Yeah, get 'em, man."
Looks like those tire knockers.
Well, I mean,
It's like
you
on,
already see it in NFL. Like people are
true.
bragging about Nick Foles all the time. Like big dick Nick, here he comes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so in that aspect, it is still kind of different because men are, I don't know, we don't necessarily see it as a big competition as we do. Like we congratulate each other on weird dumb
unless
things.
you're like,
Have you noticed though? It always looks different in the mirror than when you look down on it. Why is that?
perspective.
Honestly, I haven't looked at mine in the mirror in a very long time.
Oh, you don't just
You can still see yours.
Just helicopter it.
yeah.
I did that the other day. Helicopter.
You ever do the what do I call it? The pendulum?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever been trying to do that and you end up squirrel tapping yourself with yourself? Like it comes down, catches the boys, and you're like, oh.
Mine usually it'll separate it around it. It's like a brain on the front end.
Just imagine a taffy machine for some reason.
I do think that's probably one of the worst things about being a guy. Have you like accidentally squirrel tapping yourself? There's a couple of times like I can't remember what I'm doing. Like you're dragging something or you're doing something, your hand slips and bam, you just smack yourself and it's like, oh my stomach. And women don't understand. They're like, what? And I'm like,
Well, and the worst part is the pain doesn't even really hit until like 10 seconds later. It's very delayed.
And it's never in the
But
spot.
there's stages of pain too.
yeah.
There was one day Kelsey got me, and at first it was like, oh. And then Jenny even saw it and she was like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. I'm good. And then also, nope, I'm not good. Here it comes.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh,
You get a weird stomach ache.
Yeah.
I hate that. All right.
I hated that crap in high school.
Oh, me too.
The
That,
squirrel tapping. That's freaking
That's
terrible
one
idea.
thing.
Yeah.
I shut it down with everybody. Like I threatened like death
That
to anyone who ever
and
did that to
titty
me. And nobody
twisters.
touched me.
titty twisters drove me absolutely nuts. Oh,
Yeah, I didn't
freaking
understand
hurt.
that.
Yeah.
Or
Right?
bean dips. You ever get bean dips?
What's a bean
What's a
dip?
bean
They
dip?
basically go right under it and just like
Oh, I hate that
Flick it
so
up.
bad.
cream puff, bean dip.
The only reason
Oh,
I
I
hate it
didn't.
is because I've always had a little extra there. And then you can feel it shaking. I'm like, thanks for making me feel fat, you dick. Gosh.
I got a cousin who always does that. I'm like, don't touch me. I have a bubble now. We're adults. We have bubbles. Don't touch me.
6 feet.
See, when I
6 feet.
in junior high, when I was going through puberty, I actually got like RT, where you kind of get that build up inside your
pearl.
nipple.
Ooh, I hate that. That little rock.
And when I was going through that, it was so sensitive. And I remember telling my mom, I'm like, oh, the big thing at school right now is titty twisters. If anybody grabs these, that's going to hurt so bad. And I was so paranoid.
Wait, what happened?
You get like a,
Did
almost
you ever
like
get,
a,
did you ever get like a rock, like a calcium deposit
Yeah.
almost
Nah.
in your nipple?
inside your
yes.
nipple. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
I had that growing up.
And
yeah.
I thought I was a freak.
I
Yeah.
thought the same thing.
I was so worried about it. And then I found out it's just a puberty thing. And I was like,
And they
oh, okay.
hurt.
They,
So
they did.
bad.
You push on it and you can actually feel it. It's
hard.
And it hurts.
That sounds
You
miserable.
never had that?
I never had that. No.
Oh, you're lucky.
pearls.
Basically, like imagine yourself like a deep like zit.
Oh, yeah.
Like where they're red and they're not going to ever pop because it's so deep, it just hurts. But like behind each nipple.
Yikes.
I had a small one in my right side and one about the size of a marble on my left side. But
Yeah, one
I'm
of our,
guessing you
I
guys-
remember one of our daughters, just when they were a baby, they turned rock hard for some
Yeah.
reason on one of them.
And I'm guessing
you
you
ever
guys
have
never
that
asked
moment
anyone.
split, like for a split second, you're like, am I growing tits?
Is milk gonna come out? What's happening to me?
Am I lactating?
Well, you're in your brain, like, I don't know what's going on. What's wrong with my voice? Oh goodness!
All right, bringing it to a little bit more serious question. Can you forgive cheating?
No,
No,
That was quick.
nope.
I couldn't either. I would like to say I could, like for the fact that I would hate to just throw years and years of history and everything away just like that.
But
But
you
the
didn't.
trust would be so broken.
You didn't throw it away.
Well, true.
They did.
But the
So
yeah, I was just going to finish saying the trust would be so broken. How do you regain that back?
I think that's a tough
Yeah.
question to answer. I like to think that I would be able to, because I feel like at one point in one of my relationships, I did try to like fix it.
What?
So, I mean, what?
you were cheated on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's really easy to judge from the outsider's perspective until you're in that position. Like it's really, really easy to be like, nah, I would never, ever forgive because I was there. And then when it actually happened to me, I was like, you know, we can be better from this. I feel like there's a lot more to uncover there than just that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really hard. It's really easy to be one-sided when you're not in that position. Same thing from when you're, you know, when you have people who are so right-winged or left-winged when it comes to things like violence and murder and, you know, criminal justices. I feel like it's really easy to judge until you're put into that position of needing to make a decision.
And it's more so because it's straight up it's the brain side of it.
Yeah.
Logically looking at it, no. I honestly could say like I guess I couldn't say I could never forgive someone because I can forgive issues. But I guess the more underlying question is, would you stay with a person that cheated on you? Because I could forgive them down the road. I could leave the relationship and later forgive them for what happened. But the real question, I think the root of it is honestly, would you stay with that person?
I think actually going back just a little bit, I would try.
Yeah.
I think I would go through all the therapy and different things, whatever it would take, and I would try. But That'd be hard.
You got to think about it too. We all make mistakes in life or whatever it is, and there's two outcomes that can come from it. You can either grow from it,
Yeah.
or you can recede from it. And I think that situation, it could very well be that.
I think it's all very
scenario, too.
situational too.
Of course.
I mean,
yeah.
That's just a tough, like, it's really easy to be cut and dry, yes, no. But then when you actually get down to the root of it, I think there are a lot of stipulations and things that could come into play that you're like, okay, this is more than just a dry cut, yes or no.
Yeah.
Comes down to what the actions are after that happens too. Like
Yeah.
what's their intent after that has happened, or how are they trying to amend that afterwards? If they just somewhere to cheat on you and just be like, yeah, it happened, I'm sorry, I don't know what, but if they're sincerely, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
It's circumstantial for sure.
Yeah.
If it's multiple offenses, no.
Yeah, I think we could agree on that.
I mean, with what Tony said, like the trust would be destroyed.
Yeah.
Takes a lot
You would
to
question
build.
everything else from then on.
Well, I was in a relationship where they cheated on me as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we worked through and we're good for a while after that. And,
Yeah.
it's just, but it was hard. But you can, like, I built trust back up with that person. And then for some reason, we just fell apart from each other
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
different sense. It was a whole different reason why we broke up. So,
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Zach's been
Had to
real
throw
quiet.
Huh?
No, nothing.
No, this one's just it's a hard subject because it's really personal.
Yeah.
I've seen very close people to me go through this, and so
Same.
Me too.
Yeah, I feel like
I mean, and the thing is too is they're still together to this day, and it's, I've watched everything that you said. All trust is lost, and you have to build trust back up and everything like that. And like, I look at it like, if Kara were to ever do it to me, like, how would I be able to react to it? But I don't know. It's a very tough, and it's even funny. Like, Kara will make jokes to me like, "Oh, you're just off with your girlfriend," and I don't like those jokes.
I don't either.
I've gotten so mad at her before. I'm like, no. After what I've gone through personally, and I've seen, close people to me go through, I'm like, nope. I don't even want to joke about that. So,
It's a rough one. Like
Right.
I honestly, I get angry watching movies when people cheat. It pisses me. It makes me so mad. Like, because I think it is just I don't know. I'm pretty against it. Like,
Yeah.
pretty hardcore against it.
I'm against it,
of course.
And
I
said,
think we can all say we're very against
we're
it.
against it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
So, like, we're
how
pro
I
over
answered.
here, like,
no, I
yeah.
mean, like how I answered. Like, that's
Yeah.
that's an immediate like. No,
well, the hard thing is too is if you have kids, you have to look in to see what happens to them, and it's, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
very difficult because when you're also making a decision as husband and wife, and let's say you do have kids, you also, I mean, you don't want to stay together for the kids, but at the same time, you have to think about what it's going to do to the kids, what it's going to do to everything from there. And you've got to start weighing your options and going, can I stay? Can I trust? But also, what is it going to do for the kids and stuff if we stay together?
A lot more variables
yeah.
involved.
yeah, too much.
I mean, yeah, again,
it's too
lot of variables.
situational.
yeah. All right, switching things up. What is a pet peeve that your wife does that you hate? Gonna get into some
plead the
nitty-gritty
fifth.
here. No. We're sleeping on the couch tonight, boys.
We got all real quiet.
Cam's thinking of what he can share.
Do you want it in alphabetical order or like
Alphabetized, numerical order.
Hold on, I got a list.
one? And it's not even like a big deal, but for some reason it just drives me nuts. Is her overthinking with like little things. Like if she's in a group text and she needs to send out a text, it takes her like a good solid 20 minutes to put this text together because she wants it to be perfect before she sends it.
Wait, what?
Like, I don't know. I can't
So
think
she's
of
writing out a text.
Yeah.
Trying to talk to
to
let's
like a
say-
group. So
Yeah, to a group. Let's say it's, Jess and Kara and
Yeah, I got
everybody and
So
all this
actually,
stuff.
a good example is like when we announced that we were going to be pregnant or that we're pregnant. when she sent the text out to all the wives, like it took her forever to put that text together because she wanted it to be perfect. Or like if she's going to announce something on Facebook or something like that, same type of deal. Like putting up the kids' first day of school pictures or something just simple where you could slap up the pictures, put a few cute words together and call it good. It takes her forever. And then she gets snappy if you interrupt her because she's trying to put her thoughts together. And it's just like, man, it's a simple post. Like, just let it go.
Just go, hey, we're pregnant. Nailed it.
Now
they all know.
So kind of as just a simple one word answer, her overthinking can drive me nuts.
Yeah. I get that.
Yes. I understand that. My current pet peeve is things don't get put back.
Oh, yeah.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Drives me absolutely insane.
Like what?
Little like tweezers, fingernail clippers, like the vacuum, the littlest things. But like, I know where everything should be, and everyone in the house knows where everything should be. And so I go to get it, and it's not there.
Okay.
So then I'm like, well, crap. Where the freak is this thing? Now my 2-minute situation turns into 15 minutes trying to find the thing because they usually don't even know where they put it. Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe it's here. I'm like, well, it's not where it should be.
I can relate to that. I hate it when her stuff gets put on my nightstand. I was like, you've got your own nightstand.
Yes.
I've got my nightstand.
Sorry, with
Use
the
your
drawer.
nightstand. I will use my nightstand. Same
Yours
with
is so
towels.
clean though.
You have your towel. I have my towel. She'll put her towel somewhere and not hang it back up. She uses my towel. And then I go get in the shower and I have a soppy towel, Lisa.
We have this like in the bathroom. We have this like little stand that has 4 drawers and then a cabinet with like 3 shelves. I have 1 drawer on the entire thing that's for my stuff, and some of her stuff gets in my drawer, and it bothers the crap out of me. I'm like,
mine.
you have 5 places in this machine, this apparatus to put things. Keep them out of my drawer. I have 1 spot.
That's
invading
when
my
you
drawer.
grab it and just over the shoulder it.
I do. I take it.
Because then he would be the one to clean it up too.
Yeah, I want to destroy something right now because I'm gathering that we're the cleanly folk,
I think
the cleanly
so.
folk. Because
I
I
mean-
know I'm always putting stuff away. Always.
I never thought I
Wet
would be
towels.
that person.
All the things. Anyway,
I never thought growing up I would be that person
yeah.
to like clean up the house.
I've always been that person.
You know what I mean? Like, as a kid, I was the youngest of 3. So I was, as a kid, I was just whatever. Things magically get cleaned up. But like once I got into adulthood, I'm like, nobody does crap around here.
That's because
pick
you're,
up everything.
that's the secret, though, is you're used to it all being clean, didn't realize where it came from. Now you understand where it comes from, but you can't stand it not clean. So you clean it.
Yep.
I can't completely throw Jenny under the bus on that one. She's actually really clean. There's just the few things here and there that she's okay with that I'm not.
Zach's over there being real quiet. He's like, this is not my piece of the pie to enjoy.
Come on, Zach, let's hear it.
Come on now.
I love to hear bad things about Kara.
I know you do.
Do share.
Douche. Douche share.
We know you haven't.
A douche hair.
I hate it when Jess eats with her mouth open, like a horse.
Wow. Now, just
She'll
notice
talk-
he didn't call her a horse.
Yeah.
He said like a horse.
Yeah, don't get that mixed up.
All right.
She's gotten better, but she'll still like talk to me, and I'm like, and she'll be chewing her food. I'm like, what are you doing?
Okay,
And
kind
it's
of
like it's one of those things where it like instantly pisses me off, but I know if I bring attention to it, it's just going to cause problems, and I'm just like,
The biggest problem is you got two people from two different worlds coming together and colliding.
It's
and
amazing
trying to
marriage
find a
even
balance.
works. Trying to find
50% of
that
them
balance.
don't.
Very true.
Okay, Zach, let's hear it.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
On the
you do.
Spot now, like.
No, we all took our turn. Now it's just yours.
Oh,
Yep.
I mean, that puts you on the spot. So yeah, go.
yeah.
You knew it was coming.
I don't know. I'm getting nervous.
Now we're all like
I'm getting
sharks and
sweaty
we've all
hands.
How
Like,
personal is she going to take
She
this?
can't hurt you, Zach.
I don't know. I don't want to hurt her feelings.
Whisper to Tony and he'll tell us.
I will.
That's a good solution to the problem. I like that. See, look at that. You get 5 guys around a table. We're problem solvers.
With our minds combined.
We create Kara's
Just
problem.
give one little one. So we're not all the a-holes here.
Yeah. Join the A-hole group.
Talk about peer pressure.
All
Join the
for
Aspen.
one and one for all. Let's go.
We go down together.
This
Like
is
the
Aspen.
Titanic. Or
Just pick a light one. I did.
What?
So just pick a light one. I did.
Yeah, he picked wet towels.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
We know
easy.
that's the least of his worries.
There's more.
Once you've been married over 5 years, there's a lot more.
It's true, actually. No,
I'd hate to hear hers on mine, though. I'm sure I'm same way. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Do continue.
I'd probably say the cleanliness thing.
yeah.
That's a huge thing.
Organization.
We've gone through many of fights to where I'm working all day long. I work hard, work 13 hours a day, and I come home.
You're speaking to Cam's soul. Look at this. He's over here like, preach. Preach gospel, baby. Gospel.
I come,
an amen?
I come home and like during the school year, like when the kids are at school most of the day, and Kara's got like 4 hours by herself, maybe with just Ronnie, and then I come home at 5 o'clock at night, and I've got all the kids to worry about, homework to deal with, getting them ready for bed, and the house is a disaster. And I have lost my crap sometimes. Like, I really have. Like, it has caused.
All for one and one for all. The first ever crowd cheers. There we go.
Yeah, it is. It's been some bad situations.
Well, that's
So
funny.
between that and I'm
Did
also,
you trump her? You're fired.
I have texted her that a few times. You're fired. You're done. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. But between that and then putting away stuff, I was gonna say the one thing that's really bothering me right now. So I do the laundry at the house. Kara doesn't touch the laundry. I do the laundry. And
Is there a reason why? I'm curious.
Because it won't get done otherwise.
Oh my hell.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying.
What the heck happened here? I feel like we're all the same guy.
Seriously.
No, so I go down in the laundry room like lately. So she bought this huge box of disposable masks. And I thought we were past the mask thing. Like, we don't really wear them that much anymore. So we have 2 shelves in the laundry room. And I put them up on the top shelf. Every time I go down into that laundry room, these masks are pulled down and they're put to where I keep the laundry soap. And I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. So I'll put it back up. I'll come down the next day and it's back where the laundry. I'm like, there's a place for all this. Like, put it back where I have it.
Those are some of my favorite, like, passive-aggressive fights.
And
You never say anything to each other. You just
right? And I don't want to say anything because I don't want to look like wow, really? You're going to fight about this? So I just keep putting it back. Keep putting it back.
Yeah, keep putting it back so it turns a man into a murderer.
When are they gonna come out with the TV show Snapped for Men?
Ted Bundy special. Snapped.
Oh man.
I love
So Cam,
it.
you kind of said when Austin made the horse comment, and you said he said like a horse, not that she is a horse. I hate when they put words in your mouth.
Yes.
And it's like, no, I didn't say that. Like, Yeah, but you were thinking it. It's like,
You don't know. No, I was thinking about how I could hide a dead body.
So this was one the other day, and I hope Kara doesn't mind me sharing this. But
Better call her first.
Kara has.
she doesn't mind. Don't worry, I cleared it with her.
Okay, all right. Well, Kara has decided that she is going to get a boob job.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How big are we talking?
Yeah, she's going to probably go up to some good D's.
Double D's?
No, she
Some
won't go
double
that big.
deckers?
She won't go that big. But anyway, so
Double deckers.
the other day we were talking, and I was like telling her how excited I am. I'm like, this is going to be nice.
This is great for you.
I actually
You
sent her,
motorboat son of
I
a-
actually sent her a gif of that the other day of him doing that, just the motorboating thing. But I can't remember the comment I made, but she said something about how like she has small boobs or something like that, and I was just like, oh, so Katie, we bought her first like training bra or something, and one of the pads fell out, and I said, is this yours or Katie's? And she goes, those pads aren't gonna fit over mine. And I said, are you sure about that? She took it so personal, and she's like, you hate them. They're so
my
small.
gosh.
You don't even like them. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're putting words in my mouth now. I never said I hated them.
I mean, you kind
I
of-
just was making a joke.
Oh my gosh.
That is hilarious. That is a great joke.
Oh my gosh.
She was reading too far into it.
I had to apologize for it.
This
Yeah.
is the problem. You told a guy joke to a girl, expecting a guy response. You cracked that joke to a dude, we're laughing. But that's the problem. You got lost.
It's true.
Oh man. That's awesome.
Pick your audience.
Okay, so that kind of on that pivot. So a guy joke to a girl kind of brings up one I got. What's your take on? So if we weren't married, you were still dating. What's your take on a tomboy, like a really sporty, wants to be one of the guys kind of girl? Yay or nay?
Yeah or nay to what?
Like,
do you-
like,
could
would
you
you date him?
could you date a girl that wants to be one of the guys?
This is from your personal story, huh?
No.
depends on how much like a guy she wants
This
to be.
question, I don't know where she came up with it, but it was actually my mother-in-law that was asking this. She's like, why is it guys want the Barbie doll kind of girls and not the sporty kind of girls, or
You know,
vice
I don't-
versa?
I totally 1000% disagree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
I would.
Like growing
you.
up,
I mean-
my ideal girl wasn't the doll. It
No.
was the Jeep chick is what I like to call them.
Yeah.
I liked a girl that could go out, get dirty,
Like-
go
like a
riding
country girl.
4-wheelers. Yeah. Like not afraid to get dirty in the mud and all that stuff
Yeah.
and have fun. Like
Yeah.
Agreed.
See, I like the kind of girl like that. That's not afraid to get dirty, but when the time comes, can get cleaned up.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
look
yeah.
good.
I on that aspect though, I will say like I don't know, like there is a line somewhere in there
See,
where like if
when it's competing masculinity.
yeah.
That's
That's
the
the
point
best
of
way
time.
to put it.
Yeah, that's when it's like, okay,
See,
now
and
we're in
can
a
I-
weird
that's it.
boundary.
can I say, I mean, not to like throw out names here, but I have to in this case. Your ex, Mary, drove me nuts
I can see that.
because
that.
she wanted to be one of the guys so badly, wanting to play the video games. And if
I
we're
remember that.
scrimmaging a football
Yeah,
game, she
yeah.
was all in on it. And it was like she was doing it to fit in. And it's like, okay, there's a boundary here. Like, this is just a guy thing we're doing here. Oh, that drove me nuts.
Yeah.
So I
You
get
put
it as
you
far
put it
as,
so well.
yeah, the masculinity. That is the best way of putting it.
Because like if a girl comes in and starts trying to like out burp you,
Right?
I mean I don't think that's attractive.
I mean, I don't burp myself.
Yeah, you're like ew.
I think that's perfect.
Lisa can outburp me.
Could you imagine like I fart a lot.
Bro,
And I don't
you're preaching to the choir.
I know, but it's not like something I'm proud of, but it's always audible.
Yeah.
Very audible. And if a girl came in and was like, all right, I'll one up you. I'll see you on that. I was like, first off, I'm not trying, but you one-upping me on this is like negative.
Lisa can
that's
out-fart
you
me.
just- honestly, like your one up is under. Like no.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because my
Kara does?
flatulence. No, I learned it from my mom.
That's even a whole different.
My mom
area.
too.
That was our. It's still a running joke in our family. So every morning when my mom would get up, we'd hear her. We'd be downstairs, whatever.
Oh my gosh.
We'd be getting ready, and I swear to you, you'd hear my mom. She'd walk into the kitchen. You'd hear a crack of a Diet Coke, a swig, a burp, and then a fart, and then she'd go into the bathroom and get ready.
Do you think does she know that
She
you can all
knows that
hear?
that's our running joke, yes. And she
man.
laughs about it, and my dad's like, yeah, I try sleeping with her.
Well, the funniest part is you replace that with a beer instead of a Coke, and it's like 90% of fathers out there.
Right?
Your mom's a dad.
But that's the thing.
You got 2 dads growing up.
Growing up, though, I don't really ever recall my dad farting. I more recall my mom doing it.
That's hilarious.
My favorite. Sorry, go ahead.
My mom would do the same thing. She had a lot of bass. She had a lot of bass in the farts. And when she'd fart, she just hee 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 hee. My dad, he'd fart.
Never trust a fart.
And I just remember that. That's one of my. It was like reversed roles on that.
My mom was always like, almost. She was so innocent about it most of the time.
That's Kara.
She would almost like be surprised that it happened, kind of. She'd like fart. She'd, oh my, oh no, sorry. But then every once in a while, she would just lay it out and thought it was hilarious. And like,
She
See,
chose
now-
her
did
home
not
runs.
smell
See?
good.
She chose so
Oh,
bad.
now that
Dude,
that's something
Girl
else.
farts smell
Girl
different.
farts.
so bad.
Oh my gosh, they will drop birds out of the sky.
Yes.
Oh man.
Why
Bad-
do we get the crap for the farts when ours don't stink
I mean,
that bad?
no,
I don't know.
I mean,
Mine
got
stink
rank
pretty
ones.
bad.
Mine are bad.
You
get
damn
some
near
bad
cleared
ones.
the room last week.
Mine are mostly like barks. Just all bark, no bite.
Mine
My-
are bite.
I'm like a chihuahua, man.
Mine's a freaking Rottweiler.
Foamy and everything.
No.
Frothing at the mouth.
All right.
Sounds like an Apache helicopter.
All right. How did you decide if you were going to be a boxers or briefs or a boxer briefs kind of guy?
Whatever was comfortable.
Might have by wearing them.
Yeah.
I grew up with whitey tighties. And then that's just what my parents got me. And then I tried the boxer and I did not like things swaying around. So then I went to the boxer briefs, which are absolutely fantastic.
We're on the same timeline.
Yeah.
Same.
Yep.
Exactly the same.
All
That's it.
started out with the whitey tighties, went to the boxers, got a lot too much freedom. Then you're like, I like a little bit of control here.
Yeah. I didn't like the wedgies that were
Constraint.
kind of going
yeah.
up, between the legs and stuff.
You know, as
and-
funny as it is, even though nobody ever saw them, I only wore boxers to fit in. Because it was like maybe junior high age where sagging was starting to become
Okay.
really the thing.
Yeah.
And everybody was wearing boxers. And I'm like, well, okay, I guess we'll try them out. And so I made them work just to fit in. As
My-
funny
You know what
as
it
that
was?
is.
It's gym class. You had to undress in front of all the other guys,
Yep.
and you're like, I don't want to be the outlier here.
Yeah.
Wearing the whitey tighties.
That's why I think boxer briefs were like the perfect,
Yeah.
When boxer briefs were introduced, I was like, yep.
That's
wore
my guy.
tidy whities, and then my mom started making my boxers.
Making them?
She
she'd
made
make
them?
Yeah, she made them. She sewed a lot of our stuff, and she'd get like the discount fabric, so it'd be like
Little itchy.
weird crap. No, it'd just be like weird pictures. And so,
Did she? So like, are we talking pattern prints, or did she
Yeah.
line up the pictures?
No, like
Front
pattern
center.
prints, like weird, all of it, all of the above. And then if she ran out of one section, she'd finish with another piece of cloth.
Nice. Did she make you like a
All right, I
little-
made that part up, but
I like that you owned it.
she kept it uniform.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Did she make you a little sack
It was
satchel?
just no.
Should have.
That's
That
new
would've been
technology.
revolutionary.
That's new technology.
That is new technology.
I remember having favorite boxers.
Ballroom
Well, favorite underwear,
jeans.
period. Like when I went from briefs to boxers to boxer briefs, I remember I had my favorites.
You don't have your favorites now?
They're all the same now.
Oh, I
I
definitely
mean, well,
have my
you still have a
favorites.
favorite though. There's many different kinds,
I mean, as far as the type I buy now, yes.
Yes.
like material and
Yes.
I have different brands that I prefer.
I like the breathable
Oh, obviously.
material.
God, breathe.
Now I
What kind?
want to try out these little hammock ones.
The little nut huggers?
I know.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna try 'em
dude,
out
we
too.
need to send a link. brother.
Oh, I will.
I saw this comment and I just thought it was awesome. They said it would be awesome if you guys could get a sponsorship from Five Guys Burgers. 'Cause there's
Five guys eating five guys.
Whoa.
You're
right.
disgusting.
I didn't see that coming.
Oh.
It just keeps getting worse.
Is it normal for guys to trim their nether regions?
Yes.
Oh, I scour it.
Like Manscape?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that's a normal thing now.
Yeah.
I shave.
a
I
very
mean,
normal
nowadays
thing
it's very
nowadays.
common. I can't do like razor to the skin
Yeah, me
I do.
either.
because I mean ingrown hairs.
Yep.
I don't
My
worry
hairs
about
are they're thick.
it. They fight back.
They're a little thick, so they get stabby and itchy for like a certain amount of length,
Yep.
and I hate it.
Yep.
Not me. Mine's the Sahara, and it goes from above all the way to the dark hole.
Where the root?
Oh yeah, above the root. Yeah.
I shave with the grain. So it's still like with a razor. So it's still pretty much skin, but I can't go against the grain. I made that mistake once, never again.
Not me.
Oh,
It's like Fruit Ninja down there. Get it all from all different directions. Make sure it's
terrifying.
smooth.
When I got my
Cutting your melons?
when I got my vasectomy, they make you basically shave your sack. Everywhere else it doesn't matter, but they want your shack like
Your shack?
your shack.
Your little shack.
Yes.
I like
Your
it.
love shack. Your love shack.
I like it.
No, they want the sack like clean, like a baby's bottom. Like they want it shaved.
Did you learn the trick?
Yes.
Good.
And ever since I did that, dude, I can't
what's
go
the
back.
trick? What's the trick?
I constantly take
Keep
a
it
razor
clean
to
now?
it about every 2 to 3 weeks. Like I cannot go back.
What's
I
that?
start feeling hairs come in, and I'm like, nope, don't like that.
It's hard.
You ever
the
played
trick?
with silly putty?
yeah.
Yeah.
Expand.
You gotta
stretch it out. Nice clean run. Gets everything. The shaft just click. Sorry,
You know-
this is trademarked.
A friend, a friend of mine,
Push
his,
everything to the
his
side.
wife was
Yeah.
a cosmetologist, and she was one of those ones that did everything: hair, makeup, manicures, pedicures, waxing, and so so she could get practice and volunteered to get a Brazilian down there. And he was saying to wax the sack, he's like, you have to pull it as hard as you possibly can. So there is no loose skin at all. Otherwise, it's taking skin with it.
That reminds me of a joke.
How do you even have hands to pull it? I'm trying to wrap my head around
You do
this.
this. You just kind of grab and you go like that. And
Are you pressing it against the leg?
you also you have to take a very warm shower beforehand, because if it's cold, things shrivel up.
Yeah.
And it gets a little bit
I mean,
more
science.
difficult.
I do it.
That's
I do
how
it
a
in
warm
the
shower.
shower.
Let things stretch out.
They
and
don't
then
make
you just-
off-road razors either. You know,
I do it in the shower.
I do. And then for the nether region, the black hole,
No,
you just squat down one side, the other side.
there is a demonstration going
You
on at the
think they would
moment.
make a device? You think
It's
there'd
a
be
razor.
Like a curved razor,
do
like
now.
a
They-
butt-shaped razor that you could just stick in the crack
No,
in
man.
one swipe.
There's this one
It
out there I've
sounds
wanted to
terrifying. It
try.
does.
You just take your time.
It's called the manscaper. I think they're up to like a 4.0 now,
No, it's no.
or the man mower.
Some lawnmower. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
Lawnmower.
seen many commercials.
I've
and
seen many
thought
commercials, and I've
about
thought
it.
about it. And in fact, one of the podcasts I listened to, Smartless, with Jason
Sudeikis?
No.
No. Bateman.
Bateman. Yeah, Jason Bateman and the two other guys. Anyways, they actually promote that a lot. And a couple of them have tried it, and they said they just take it. It doesn't clip, doesn't scratch,
That's the thing.
doesn't
It
do
says
anything.
it's no nick technology,
Yes.
man. Skin safe.
I don't trust it.
That's
I know.
I'm right there with
Look
you.
at it. Look at it. Just.
I wouldn't trust that.
So this is getting very like personal, but seeing that reminds me there was one time
Oh no.
Oh no.
I was using clippers
Oh.
and this was when like I had let it go for a really long time, so I didn't trust going right in with the razor. So I kind of take the clippers around all the easy areas first, and then I was like, all right, let's just
Oh, my stomach's hurting already.
and
I'm imagining the clippers
and
from
I
the Grinch.
didn't get close. I didn't get close. I just wanted to get close enough to get the hair short enough
Oh,
where
you
I
nicked
could
it,
then.
didn't you?
And I nicked it.
Oh.
I nicked it enough. It stopped the blades.
I did that. It's the worst.
It was like, and it's yeah. Oh my gosh! I hurried and turned it off as fast as I could, and I had to give it a quick yank.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurt so bad.
Nope.
And then with that being said, too, there was this other instance. I don't know where my brain was at on this one. So I had Jenny buzz my head for me when I didn't want to get a haircut. So, and usually when I have her give me a haircut, I do it naked because I don't want it all over my clothes, and then it just goes on the bathroom floor, and we can hurry and vacuum it up.
Real quick, will you buzz your head again, please?
I'll do it too.
Me too.
So we're vacuuming up the hair and everything, and I've got some on my body, and we're kind of vacuuming it off my body as well. And she gets a little too close. I'm like, turn it off.
Vacuum.
Oh, did it fully close the vacuum off? Yeah. I mean, the entire package. That was like,
Both of them?
all three. All three. Like everything.
How big is this tube?
I mean, it's not very big. That was the painful part.
You're talking like an incher? Like just takes it.
See?
See, I believe you.
That was a guy joke.
Yeah. I
You
was
say that
thinking-
to a girl, they're gonna get hurt. You gotta know your audience.
Just made me think of the chant on
Exactly.
Waterboy.
The woman would be
Needle
like,
dick.
"Oh, you think my dick's small?
No, I think it's wonderful.
You're great, just the way you are."
I'm gonna need counseling.
This is hilarious.
Talking about our packages way too much on this episode.
All right, here's one.
Basically, the man episode.
Yeah. Is blue balls really a thing?
Yes.
Oh,
100%.
1000% yes.
unless you mean like they're literally blue, then no.
No.
But
If they are, see a doctor.
oh, it is no joke, and
Yes.
it hurts,
Oh, it does.
and it doesn't go away until you get that satisfaction.
and
like-
even then, it's not great.
No.
It's still
Isn't
then
that
it's like
weird?
it's like mad.
No,
that
it's
it
like
took so long.
It's like those poops where you poop and you feel like you still need to poop, but no poop's coming out.
yeah.
Oh,
You
see,
just have to sit there till it goes away.
I'm kind of I have to disagree slightly on that one.
Really?
So when I have blue balls like majorly, and then I get lucky, the initial like climax is phenomenal, but the pain doesn't go away. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like
Really?
it's
That's
almost
crazy.
It's almost like they're so ready to get off that it's like, give them everything we got. And it was like, but now it's like, oh, we gave it everything we got. We're done. And it's,
Still
I
hurts.
don't know. It's weird.
Huh.
But the
saw-
actual thing, yeah.
I remember the first time I got them, I was like hunched over.
Balls?
Yeah. Yes.
Know your audience.
I'm sorry, that was right there. That was like a layup.
This is one of the. I mean, these are the reasons I'm so glad I was born a man.
For balls?
All of it. I saw a video not too long ago, and it was basically like, women, this is what blue balls feels like.
Yes,
And it was
I
the
know
truck,
exactly
right?
what it is. Yeah.
Yes, it's this truck like
I saw
rolling
that.
towards.
I think
a
I tagged you
massive
guys in it,
accident.
didn't I?
May- I don't know.
Or maybe I just tagged. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
saw
then
it,
it plays
though.
that weird that audio trick where the sound isn't actually getting higher. It's just playing the same two
Yeah.
octaves, but your brain makes it get higher.
Yeah.
And it just like keeps showing this truck going at a big crash from different angles, and it never reaches.
Well, the crash
never
is,
gets there.
The crash is even like one you really want to
Yeah,
see
you're like,
because
oh,
it's
this is
this
gonna be bad.
big, like semi truck type
dump
thing,
truck thing.
and one of those cement posts,
The
and-
barricades.
yeah,
Yep.
to
The
where
military
it's-
cement barricades.
ooh, yeah, where it's like gonna hit, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be like that scene in. Well, it's like in Hancock when he stops the train and the train crumples around him. That's what you're expecting, and it never happens.
And it just keeps going, but it like switches angles to where you're like the anticipation just continues to grow nonstop.
The worst part about it is it really affects your temperament, your mood.
Oh yeah,
You get so angry. You're so short. You're like,
and you can't think straight.
you can't.
No,
it's the worst thing.
real quick because you mentioned that there is a question here that says, where was it? It was essentially that why do men punish women for not being in the mood? And they say due to meds or health issues, but essentially that sentiment.
Yeah.
Like we're not punishing, but there is 100% a emotional like response to it.
We talked about this in the part 1 version,
Yeah.
where it's like
Yeah.
we're not holding it personally against them, but damn it, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
You gotta think like there's got to be a testosterone buildup too. Like things are just like
something.
we're ready to go.
I've told Jenny that so many times. I'm like, I just wish just once you could feel what it was like to be that horny.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Then they would realize all the power that they have.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
That
they'd
is
be
very
like,
true.
wow,
Whoa.
I am powerful.
Am I a god?
the power.
I showed my wife that video about blue balls, and she's like, I don't get it. I'm like, of course you don't.
Did you even want to see the semi
Like,
crash?
did you even want to understand?
Sorry, Zach, I cut you off with
What?
the balls joke. But you said when I got my first.
oh yeah, your first set of
Oh,
blue
I
balls.
just was saying that I was completely hunched over the first time, and
yeah.
I really had no clue what was going on.
Oh, I
But
remember that moment.
It was like one of my first real big dates that I went on, and me and the girl, like, we were holding hands, we were cuddling the whole time, like.
That
weren't
did it
really
for you,
hot.
huh?
Weren't really hot and heavy. I mean, you got to understand, I was very socially awkward.
Okay.
And so this
You?
was like, yeah,
No.
right. I know. So this was my first time like getting really close with a girl. And oh boy, I went home that night and I was like, this hurts. What is going on? Like, and it took like I had to go home and go to sleep. And by the time I woke up the next morning, like I still felt a little bit better. But
See, that's-
even trying to walk up the stairs, like if something would sway just to the side enough and hit the side of my leg, I'd be like, oh my gosh.
What is this pain?
I feel like when you sleep it off, the stomach pain for the most part kind of subsides, but the overall boys are still extremely tender.
And it's almost like they're just mad at you.
Right?
Yeah, which is the worst part. I remember I was like 16 driving home. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, my balls feel like they're in my gut.
Cold shower.
That happened one
right.
time, driving home, and it's just like you just feel horrible the whole time. You're like, oh.
I don't remember, like, I haven't had that severe pain in a very long time. But man, those first, like, up to 20 something was like rough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that's the thing too, is especially when you're younger.
Yeah. And it's, that's funny. So, can you suck your balls into your body, LMFAO? I think that's out of real curiosity.
Not
like,
by
can you?
will.
I mean, there's times it's felt like they've gone there. But
I'm trying.
They retreat themselves.
I'm trying right now.
really, really cold water, I feel like makes them jump.
Yeah.
Have you ever? I don't know how to ask this question. Have you ever been like laying in a position to where one of them like it does go into like
Oh yeah,
some cavity? You know what I mean?
yeah.
What
I've
is
had
that?
that before.
There's just like there's a cavity in there, and it falls in, and you're like, "Where'd you go, bud?"
I've had that.
Have you not heard of that?
No.
I've had it.
Okay, thank you.
I've had it.
I mean, think of how I dry myself after showering. In that position, it's got a little
It's honest
holster.
for me. It has to almost be pushed up that way. So like if I sit wrong and it like rolls one of them up.
Oh, dude, this sounds so painful.
Yeah.
I've rolled on one.
Have you ever had the? Have you?
Oh,
Man, this is getting like.
I don't get it.
Have you ever had like your dick head like retreat? like a turtle? Like,
yes.
Yes.
oh my
That
gosh.
happens to me more than I'd like to
You know
admit.
what else
I'll just be
sucks?
sitting there
it's
working, and all of a sudden you can just kind of feel it constantly just,
He's just like,
retreating,
I'm
like
done.
going in and out and in and out like a turtle head. And it's like, what? So you actually like have to go to the bathroom and you have to adjust and pull them out. And be like, stop it.
I'm so tired. I'm not feeling like
Yelling at
The worst is when your hair down there is longer. Because again, I don't trim that much, and it gets sucked in with it. So it like pulls the hair around, and you're like, ow! You're like, oh, stop it!
Oh my god.
You guys read the title. You should have known what you were in for.
I think it's safe to say Cam doesn't have a bush. It's a freaking tree.
It is a forest.
It's a grove.
don't go into the long grass.
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it.
Oh man.
So here's one on here. One of my mom's friends actually asked.
Oh boy.
Don't answer. Don't answer.
No, she asked this question. So her joke was always growing up. So the rumor was I drink a lot of Mountain Dew. And the rumor was that Mountain Dew,
Killed your
because
sperm.
of Yellow 5,
Go yellow 5.
gave you a tiny wiener.
I remember that.
And so she'd always joke, like every time, like when we got married, she told my wife, she's like, good luck. It probably won't be that hard. And that, like, she would always joke. And then, like, she'd always just be like, the other day she said something and I wrote back or whatever. And I said, oh, you got jokes, son? She goes, just small ones.
That's awesome.
So she wants to know. She's just like, she's like, I assume all the guys drink a lot of Mountain Dew. She's like, does it do anything weird? And I'm like,
I don't have anything
I
to
don't
compare
know.
it to. I don't have to.
I mean,
This
we have
one
nothing to compare to,
only
but
Mountain Dew.
I feel like I'm pretty average. I don't know.
I could say Jess probably wishes I drank more Mountain Dew.
Oh, jeez.
Huzzah!
I'm compact for travel. It's like a carry-on.
I'm like those little dinosaur sponges.
Grower, not a shower.
Get it just a little bit wet and poof.
So I want to know that question towards girls. Do they prefer not a grower, or what is it? Not a shower, but a grower, or do they prefer the shower and a grower, or
The show and grow.
yeah,
Like it stays about the same.
yeah.
Just lifts.
As a man,
Yeah.
prefer the grower, not a shower. Because I mean, otherwise it's just be in the way all the time.
It's true.
It's a lot.
I just
pack
don't
around,
even know how you wouldn't grow.
right? You know, there's some dude out there who's like just lifting up.
He's the definition of
he's-
lift off.
I mean, think of all the. He's probably got to get specially tailored underwear or something. Maybe some special pants.
I'm not going to lie
It's
to
like
you.
Chris Hemsworth's character off of Vacation,
Oh, yes.
where he's like, oh, he let me
his
borrow
leg
some of
up.
his underwear. He's like, man, it's really loose through this midsection. He's like, I wonder why. Oh my gosh! And
Yep.
For real though, I can tell if I'm hydrated enough.
You know, I've never considered that
have
till
to pee
just
a lot?
now.
I can. I really can. It'll be like free and manly.
so, like, when you're more hydrated,
Yeah, if I'm dehydrated, it'll like be like F you.
interesting.
Conservation mode.
It will. At least that's what I tell myself to go to sleep.
Oh gosh. Okay, I got one from my cousin-in-law, I guess.
Okay.
She asks, "What takes y'all so long to poop? You can't be actively pooping the entire time."
I had one of those questions too. Why did men spend so much time in the bathroom?
I got an answer, at least for me, is I only like to poop once a day. And so
That's me.
when I have to go, I make sure I am completely done.
Yep.
I can still, like, as I sit there, you know, the initial turd drops out, and then I can still feel a little bit of pressure in the gut and kind of up in the belly. And I'm like, I'm not done, so I'm going to wait it out. And so,
I mean, yeah.
and there's been plenty of times where I probably wait, I don't know, 5 minutes, and sure enough, there's a second wave. And so,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's my relaxation spot.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that
too.
I go in
It's
there
all
to
the things.
unwind, relax a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, there are times I have fallen asleep on the toilet.
why am I surprised?
I've done that. I've done that too. I've done that
There
too.
are times it's funny actually. I'll be sitting there with my
Especially at
phone, and all of a sudden you'll just hear the phone drop. There are times where. There are times that I've fallen asleep for so long, I'll wake up and my whole bottom half of my body is numb.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and then you got to kind of move yourself around.
Did
you
you
try
know,
to stand up and you're like, oh, okay, I got to sit back down.
Did you know that if you sit on the toilet too long, you can get hemorrhoids?
Oh, trust me, I have them.
Okay, then.
Well,
Start a support group.
do we need to bring you guys donut pillows?
And I'm going to tell you right now, don't go to the doctor to try to get them removed. Just deal with them.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. It is very
Push that little
painful.
wax pill up there and go to
Back to
town.
pooping.
It is.
I
Brings
pretty much.
tears to your eyes.
Okay, let me ask you this then: how long, on average, are you in the bathroom pooping?
Half hour.
Half hour.
Dang.
Wow, no wonder why your whole bottom half goes numb.
If
I
I,
mean,
were, if I were to average it out, I'd say somewhere around 15 minutes, maybe 20.
That's what I'm thinking.
I
about
can spend a
15-ish.
half hour, 45 minutes in the bathroom.
I'm 5-10 minutes.
No.
I'm about 10, 15.
But see, the thing is like I'm done pooping in the first couple, like first 2 minutes.
I'll be done.
I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
The rest of the.
You know,
That's about- yeah.
another excuse for me, and maybe this is because of my lack of bidet, but a good couple of minutes is spent wiping,
Yep.
making sure I'm nice and clean.
Get a bidet.
Get a
If
bidet.
I go shower, I'll sit a little extra longer like you just to make sure everything's cleansed because I don't want to get out of the shower and have to poop. That's the worst feeling in the world.
Right? You know, Daniel
Because then you're all
Tosh,
wet and you get the toilet seat wet and you're like slipping around.
you just did the deed. Why do you want to have to?
I heard a thing from Daniel
go clean
Tosh
it
where
again?
he's like, pooping out of the shower, you might as well go back to bed. Like, because you just ruined everything. Let's start the process over again.
It's true.
All right. What is something embarrassing that happened in the bedroom?
On which side?
All right.
Who's supposed to be embarrassed?
I got one too.
I got one. You go first.
You want to go first?
No, I said you go first.
And I said, you want me to go first?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Kara's going to kill me for this one. So
Oh no.
there was one time that we were just going at it, and
Wrestling?
yes, we were wrestling hard.
Have the boxing gloves out.
Were you the Rock?
I was. Oh, I was.
Like a rock. Ooh, like a rock.
Anyways,
She hit rock bottom.
I didn't know it at the time, but she had been having weird stomach problems or whatever.
Oh no.
And all of a sudden, like right in the middle of it, she just let one rip, and it was a rip. And I was like, "Okay, we're done. You can. Yep."
Did it push
And
your balls
she's like-
back?
She's like,
Like mud flaps?
the fun.
Just flapping in the wind. Oh my gosh.
I mean, the funny thing about it is we took it both really well. Like we were both laughing, but it was a total mood killer. I was like, I'm done. He ain't coming back from that.
Kara, that's not what a blowjob is.
Oh goodness!
It's a mud bath.
Oh man.
Gosh.
I don't even want to say mine now. I'm not.
I mean, next question. Like, that topic's been covered. You win.
Nope.
I'm trying to think.
You
if
do
there's-
have balls.
I honestly don't.
Oh, I
have
do.
anything.
I like how you were nervous about the like pet peeve, but that
I
was
know,
like,
right? Kara doesn't. I don't want to say it, but Kara doesn't clean things. And then this round, I managed to fart on my nuts.
It's like when you blow up silly putty.
Looks like a flying squirrel. I'm gonna choke on this gummy bear.
You're doing it, Peter.
It's horrible. It's gonna explode.
that's gonna be the new sex position, the flying squirrel.
Flying squirrel.
Oh man.
All right, Tony, help me out here. Come on.
I can't top that.
Come on.
You don't have to top it. I'm just trying to think of
All right.
one.
So mine was when I had dislocated my ankle and I was on Loratab. And come to find out, it's extremely hard to get hard. It's extremely difficult to get hard
You're
when
using
you're
the wrong stuff. The other stuff makes you that way.
Yeah.
There's lower tab and what's the other one?
Viagra.
No.
Percocet.
Percocet. Percocet is like a Viagra.
Is it?
Oh my goodness.
See, they had me on Loratab, and I remember there was one night we were trying to do stuff,
We don't
and
condone using drugs.
she used the very fatal words, "Are you in?"
We're done.
And that's exactly what I said, like to the T. I was like, "And we're done here."
Just don't even talk. Just walk out of the room.
That's exactly
Say
what I
nothing.
did. Well, I could have walked.
though.
Hobble out of the room.
Just that's roll.
That's kicking a man when he's down.
Oh my
He
god.
can't go anywhere, can't walk away.
That's right. Get out of the room, Tiny Tim.
You know those words are forbidden.
So I was like,
So were you?
Actually, now I'm curious.
sadly, no.
No, that's good.
That's good.
Oh,
That's
okay,
better.
okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
Gotcha.
You weren't in.
Because
If
like
you
it
were
was,
and she asked that question, that would be bad.
he kind of, it got a little chubby, but that was about it. He wasn't ready to play at all.
No lift off.
No
hot
lift
ears.
off.
Just smashing against it.
Pretty much. It was like trying to play pool with a
The
rope.
noodle. Oh gosh.
The door's not opening.
Let down your drawbridge.
New definition to bumping uglies. Let's see here.
Oh my
Man, I'm trying to think of one. I remember there was one time where it popped.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
I've
yeah.
had that.
I
That
think
was
we've talked about this.
yeah, we
Yeah.
have,
Yeah.
and that scared me so bad that I was
Terrifying.
like, nope.
Yeah.
It's broken.
So I got to ask you, since we've already been very straightforward with it, where did it pop on you?
Right at the base.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where
yeah,
mine
right
is
at
too.
the, right
Yeah.
at the root, as
Yeah.
Chris would say.
And it is the most
root.
terrifying thing you can experience
Well,
as a man.
the weird thing is like
Loud.
when it's happened, it like doesn't hurt, but it definitely doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't know, very. It's like that.
Startles.
Yes.
yeah,
bet-
it's
I
very
guess it's-
startling.
I don't know. What?
What?
You enjoy it?
Maybe.
Nuh-uh.
Get out of
I
here.
do it on purpose all the time, yes. In fact, there was one time I did it around Karen. She goes, "Was that?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Like you just play with it, get it hard, and just.
It's like
Wait, can you do
like
one
in the-
once?
in-
Like popping your
in
knuckles
the-
on your hand?
in the morning time, like when I'm stretching. I'll sometimes just kind of grab and stretch, and I'll hear it pop, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, there we go, we're good."
I'm so unsettled right now.
Wait, do you stretch away from you?
Like he pushes it down to the point of popping.
Yeah, like in the morning, like I just like. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is the most unnerving thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, Zach's awake.
You hear it downstairs. You're like hanging out at Zach's house and you hear him wake up and
Well, I know you kind of go on your hand knuckle popping.
I do.
And you're like, okay, wait, I gotta hurry and finish, and you get through all your
my
knuckles.
11th finger.
Oh my gosh.
oh my gosh.
Oh no!
I'm like sick in my stomach right now.
It doesn't.
It's
not supposed to do that.
It doesn't hurt. Like
I mean,
it's just.
Is
It's
it
more
not supposed to do
satisfying
that?
than anything else.
there's
I don't
got to be a
know.
reason for it.
Yeah, you're
happens all
doing
of us.
something wrong.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a safety somehow.
It's a warning. You're doing it wrong.
Too far.
It doesn't have a joint. You
Remember what's popping?
Yeah.
You know when
what's
you have like
popping?
a childhood toy and it bends in a way it's not supposed to and it makes
Hey,
that
Google.
pop sound?
Yeah,
That's
it.
it.
I've had it. Yeah, I know. It's not good.
I'm fine.
Well, good.
Does it grow?
What do you
Is
mean?
it longer than it used to? Like, does it help it get bigger? Remember how they used to say popping knuckles would make like you didn't want to do it because
Yeah.
they'd get bigger?
Uh-huh.
Just around the root, though.
Just big old base.
It looks like the freaking tree, like a Christmas tree stabilizer thing.
A tree skirt.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, like traffic cone.
Yeah.
All right, I got kind of one of the ones that guys are always made fun of for. Why is it the end of the world when men get sick, but when women get sick, they still have to play mom and do everything?
False. I go to work sick. Like I'll have the worst headache or whatever. Lisa will be like, I had a headache, so I just kind of laid in bed. I'm like, oh, really? I had a headache. And I was in 105-degree weather, pushing out dents on dude's Ferrari while he stared over my shoulder. No, I'm just kidding.
Rubbing his belly button.
But that's true. Like, I don't know. I'm always been that way though. Like, unless it's something I think I can give to somebody, then I will stay.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. Like maybe we've just answered the question. Like I feel like men typically will wait till it's like way worse before we actually say we're like, okay, I'm sick. Like we don't admit it for a long time.
No, I'm a wuss.
Are you?
Yep. When it comes to being
Probably because
sick,
you pop your
when it
dick.
no, when I'm sick, like, dude, I get the man flu. Like, I will lay in bed, don't talk to me, don't just leave me alone. But
I don't get sick very often. But I feel like when I do, it's not because I'm like milking it out, but I just truly just don't want to do anything when
yeah.
I'm sick.
But I think maybe that's it too, because I'm the same. Like I feel like I've almost narrowed it down. I usually get sick twice a year.
that's how I am, once or
And
twice a year.
it's always when the main seasons change. So when it gets hot to cold, something just hits me, and I'm just like, oh, I feel like garbage. And then when we get cold to hot, same thing. It's like that weird change, and I get sick, but those are the only times. So I'm just like, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, see, I think that's the one, like, kind of back on the whole, house cleaning, that type of thing. When I'm sick, that's the, like, one time I'm okay just leaving things. And so it comes off like I'm milking it out, but it's like, really, I'm just like, I just have no motivation. I just want to sit and just,
feel like poo.
just don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think I milk it at all. I think
Yeah.
and I will do whatever until I feel unable to do so.
I will say this. I hate getting a cold because I feel like getting a cold, I'm not sick enough to like stay home and actually feel like I have the excuse to call in sick. But at the same time, I feel like crap that I don't want to be anywhere else. So it's kind of like that zone where it's like I'm not sick enough that I can't do anything, but I just don't want to do anything. You know what I mean?
Well, and nowadays, at least for me, I feel like my allergies get so bad sometimes that I can't tell if I have a cold or if it's allergies.
I've had that a lot.
And so, so then I'm in that same boat. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, I'm stuffy, but like I don't have a headache. I don't have a sore throat. But I can barely breathe and my eyes itch like crazy or whatever, but I still gotta go do things.
I've always wondered if
Is that a finger?
Yes.
Puts his hands up.
Got a magic trick. What were you saying, Chris?
I was gonna say, with me, when I do have to lay in bed, I let it go for so long. So like you're saying, like when I do actually feel really sick and I have to get in bed, I hate it, but I will. But I let things go for so long until it finally hits a point where I'm like, I can't.
I
See, that's what I was saying.
my dad,
Yeah.
I swear, like he's such a busybody that when he's sick, he'll continue, and then it hits him like a freight train, and then he's like out.
Yeah.
And then that's where my dad gets monikered with the dad cold.
Yeah.
And I look at that and I'm like, okay, I don't want to be, because I feel like my dad doesn't get better faster because he's pushing himself until his body gives up. And so I try and hedge that by resting a little bit more, but I don't feel like I baby it. I feel like I'll get up, I'll get my own medicine, I'll get my own food, unless I'm like nauseous laying in bed needing to throw up, then I'll get up and do everything that I need to do for myself.
Yeah.
And oftentimes even help out with the kids. So but
Yeah. See,
It's never
I
fun.
think that's it. I think it's just that men generally just try to push longer through it until we like just can't.
yeah.
And so, because
I've always-
Then
I've
I think
always
it's
been curious if there is like a legitimate science behind it. Like if men truly are sicker than women, you know, when they get sick, like if they have an equal cold, but women are able to still kind of get things done because there's like a scientific
Like something
explanation.
genetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like from a biological standpoint, I'd be interested to see, because everyone
I'm
always
curious.
compares like childbirth.
Right.
Like there's no way to truly know what that woman is feeling when she's giving childbirth.
Right.
And so there's no way to know if there's something men can experience that is just as painful or worse, you know? Like there's no way to actually feel them.
Well, and the funniest part about birth is that even women can't gauge the pain that each
Yeah,
other went through.
exactly.
Because there's so many variables. You got the size of the mother, you got the size of the baby,
Yep.
you've got the size of the exit,
Exactly.
And, like,
yeah.
like how the baby
just
came
their
out.
pain tolerance.
Yeah, and it's just like there's way too many variables to even compare pregnancies, let alone how we feel versus how you feel.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
personal.
And
It's
I mean,
like,
you even
situation.
with like little things like headaches. Like, you know, people are like, oh, I get migraines, I can't do anything. And it's like, oh yeah, that must suck. But it's like I get headaches, and who knows? It could be a migraine. But you know, someone's pain tolerance is higher,
Right.
so they're feeling the same thing I'm feeling, but to me, it's nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like there's just no way to truly know what that person's feeling.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of like how some people can pop their dick while others can't.
Very situational.
Oh
Pain
goodness!
tolerance is just higher.
Or more enjoyable, apparently.
All right.
I like that BDSM.
And let's get one more really good question out, and then I think we got to call this an evening. It's getting late.
I had one more question, but I don't know if it's one I'd want to end on.
Well, I was thinking.
Oh, do you guys
I
have
a
any?
couple-
Do you guys have any scary thing or funny things that happened in the bedroom?
Not yet.
None yet.
I was like, I can't think of anything like weird or funny or embarrassing yet. It's all been pretty average.
Mine's comparable to yours.
Okay.
Oh, well, flapping in the wind there.
Yeah.
Nice.
He says it so nonchalantly. Yep, that's it.
Yeah. That's why I knew balls got flapped.
Well, flying squirrel.
Unless it's doggy style, then it's different.
I was thinking guns.
hot in your face.
I have a bunch in here. Like, think of one that is a really good end one. But I was thinking we could just rapid fire a couple of these because they're pretty simple.
I've got one that I think could be pretty funny.
Okay.
Oh shoot, where did it go? Oh, where is it? Oh, does sex feel differently depending on the sex position for men?
Well,
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Duh.
Yeah. But how could we explain that to them?
Well, we have certain erogenous zones.
Tell him, doctor.
Tell them, Dr. Chris.
One.
I don't know if you guys are the same, but I can get off at the head of the shaft. The middle of the shaft feels different. The base of the shaft feels different.
The underside,
The underside, yeah.
But also like quadrants.
Quadrants,
Like
yeah.
each side and top
Yeah.
and bottom are different like
Yep.
types of sensitivity.
Yep. 100%.
I mean, yeah. Yes.
Sometimes it's straight up visual too.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
sometimes the position is just sexy. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily have to do with actually what's going on down there.
Or what's being said.
Yeah.
That too.
Yep.
That being said, I do like the filling on the hips. That's one of my favorites.
Nice.
Nice.
Well,
Kind of along that. Just
yeah.
do you guys have a dream place or a dream spot you've always wanted to have sex? Like location wise?
On my trampoline in the backyard.
Make it happen.
I've tried.
Sounds dangerous.
I know.
See, I think
That's a felony.
that's where like my adult mind comes in is like back in the day it used to be fun and erotic and sneaky and now it's like I just can't afford getting arrested.
Right?
Cuz like the idea of maybe sneaking out a quickie in the dressing room at a clothing store or something, but
Theater.
yeah, theater.
That happens more than you think.
I don't want to think about it unless I'm the one doing it.
Well,
Working
for a theater.
I don't need to think about other people.
Oh, the floor's all sticky. Someone's dropped their soda.
when I worked for
let's hope.
Cinemark, it was
That's
about
gravy.
once or twice a month we'd kick someone out for doing that.
Once or twice a month.
Just kick them out. Like, wow.
Yeah,
You
it's
wouldn't
Just
let 'em
because they are not good at it.
because they're not good at it.
Those are just the ones that they found. So that
Exactly.
means
Yeah.
it's definitely happening more often than just that.
Picture sticking in something, my shoe falling off.
You walk in, your shoes just left behind. Then you're in danger. How do you get back to it?
It's like that scene in Home Alone when he's walking up the tar stairs and he has to leave his shoes and then his socks and then he ends up stepping on the nail.
Place.
Mine, I had a fantasy for the longest time where it was behind a waterfall. Like somewhere
Oh, I
really,
remember you used to be very passionate about this
Yeah.
answer.
yeah, like I had it like all played out. Like somewhere tropical, behind a waterfall. You had the moss on the rocks kind of giving you a little bit of a natural bedding. The mist of the waterfall blowing in on you. Like, yeah, that was always like it still is. Like, that'd be so sexy.
Nice bikinis.
Yeah.
Or bikini. I guess just one. she's wearing multiple.
All bikinis. Both be in bikinis.
All
It's up to
bikinis.
you.
That's how I thought you meant it. We're both in one. I mean, my ball's slipping out of the side of it probably isn't very sexy. Popping your dick.
It's going out both sides.
Yeah.
On each side, maybe. I don't know. Oh gosh.
I'm trying to think of where mine would be.
I know, I can't.
Which side?
No.
Oh,
I know what side that.
I know. Or how about something simple? Where's your favorite place in the house? Do you have one in the house?
In the bed.
yeah.
Just in the bed?
Only because the bed's comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's soft.
Bathroom.
Very versatile. Well, my bed goes up too.
Oh, gotcha.
Let the bed do the work for you.
Yeah, but we don't do that because it's too much work.
Can you imagine? You're just sitting there pushing the button.
Starts going.
Oh gosh.
Kitchen counter would be nice, but then I'd really have to take some time to sterilize.
A little kerosene. Reminds me of that 70s show.
Right?
Like, use kerosene. We've used everything. Clean harder. We've used everything we got. That's it. We gotta burn the table.
I think, like, just quick fire off the top of my head, if I had to pick a spot, I think the bed of a truck would be super
Oh
rad.
yeah.
I never even considered that till just now. Like, out in
Like-
the wilderness.
Oh, I was thinking like the drive-in.
Oh.
Again,
I like being
jail
alone.
time. Sit
Yeah.
around.
Jail
have to
time.
be-
Again, only if you get caught, Mom.
I like being
Okay,
alone.
all right, touche.
I like being alone. I don't like some wandering eyes.
You
being
want
able to
Lisa
look.
there too?
Just me in the bed of my truck, ice cold beer, soft palm,
Stars.
a little bit of Lubriderm.
He puts on a little bit of Garth Brooks. Sets the mood.
friends.
All right,
not that
okay.
one.
Here it is. Last question. If you could turn into any famous woman, who would you be?
Turn into him?
Yep.
I wouldn't want.
Famous woman.
For how long? I don't want to be permanent.
Or at will.
Famous woman.
What? Here, make it,
I don't know. There's
make
a
it funny. Every time you got wet, you turned into the woman. So like, it rains on you. You take a shower. You jump in a pool.
It's just
I was gonna say I'd say two of them.
who?
Number one would be Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, good call.
Number two would be Jennifer Aniston. Because hot dang on both of those guys. Whew.
Superb choice, my friend. Picking the prime meats.
Well done. Well done.
Grade A beef.
You're shopping down the main aisle, you're picking up the Wagyu beef over here.
Jessica Alba.
Oh.
She's always.
What about
Oh,
I haven't seen her.
And
in
Kate
a
Beckinsale.
very
There we go.
long
I was
time.
gonna say.
I was gonna
okay.
say for you.
Dude, I was getting back in.
Jessica Alba's in a TV series on Netflix.
Please cop.
Yep. I was thinking like Gal Gadot, maybe.
Oh.
But like only if I was always in the Wonder Woman outfit.
Oh god. That's the only time.
Touche.
No, just I mean,
That's hilarious.
Well, you know how pissed I'd be
And it plays the theme
if I
music.
ran into you and I'm like, oh my gosh, Gal Gadot. And you're like, dude, bro, it's just me. I'd be like, what? Get out of here. Get away.
But what if he was wearing the Wonder Woman
Be like,
outfit?
oh, close your eyes.
let me get a look at you. Take a couple turns.
Dude, bro.
You looking good.
Could you imagine both of us? You're Kate Beckinsale in the like Celine dark black
Yes.
outfit. I'm Wonder Woman. We're both just like,
Just
damn,
curve it on each other. Be like, bro,
you're looking good.
I'll show you mine, you show me yours.
Then you got Zach as Scarlett Johansson in the Black Widow
Oh
outfit.
my goodness.
Oh, this is going to be a fun party.
All of us are superheroes in some way or another. You got like Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. Just all of us.
Go back to my little additive there. We all, you have to get like water on you to change. One of us dries off. We're just like, oh, everyone just starts
Chucking water on.
bro.
We're all just carrying around water guns at any given point.
I would love to do that as a prank. Could you imagine if we turned into somebody you didn't want, like Hillary Clinton or something?
Oh.
And you walk up and spray him with the squirter bottle. Like, shh, dang it!
It's like different liquids changing to different women.
What's squirt do?
Oh. Like, wait, what?
Squirt the soda?
Yeah.
Sure.
Wow, that went real bad.
Ruby red.
It's like Code Red Mountain Dew.
Man, I can't even think of who I would turn
Someone
I
into.
don't
turns like
either. I don't
Kristen
know.
Stewart.
Ugh.
Who's that?
Twilight
chick.
Girl.
I mean, for me, it'd probably just be Jennifer Love Hewitt, just because that was like a junior high crush. But I don't know, like if we're talking today,
I feel like if you spilt like vodka on you, you'd turn into like Megan Fox. Like somebody kind of like dirty, but like
Dirty hot.
Yeah.
trying to think of like someone today, like not even from like high school era.
Someone really rich, and then I transfer the money to my bank account.
Oh no.
Very strategic, sir.
There you go.
Here we are.
That's
just thinking
identity
about,
theft.
Thinking about boobies, and you're like, I want money.
Well, you guys all be girls. I'll just look at yours.
He'll buy us the yacht.
What kind of woman do you think I am?
You know the like
One
cons
that
that we
enjoys
could
a
pull?
yacht.
Right.
What kind of woman doesn't enjoy a yacht?
So Oprah, you turn into Oprah.
Yeah.
I was thinking Bezos.
You get a car and you get a car.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Jeff Bezos' wife, ex-wife.
What's her name?
Richie
know.
Rich. I don't know.
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah, that's
Someone
a tough
laughing
one.
her way to the bank. Oh man. Totally on a side note, on the Jeff Bezos thing, a really good friend of mine on Facebook, he was like, I want to be the first obese billionaire and I'll be Jeff Bezos.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, there you have it. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Ask Men. Let us know down in the comments if you'd like to see a part 3 from us. We really enjoy these. These are really fun. It's nice to just be able to answer questions and be ourselves. So, again, this episode is probably most likely 1000% going to be demonetized. So, if you enjoy content like this, would like to see more content like this from us, consider supporting us monetarily. Your monthly donation really helps us stay true to who we want to be. And again,
Again, we'll say it. Tony needs help.
Tony needs help.
So
For $1 a month, you can
kid
sponsor one of Tony's children.
Help us, give us those ratings across all social platforms. Follow us on all the social medias. We love you. We thank you. And thank you for being part of this crowd.